So just how tall is Zachary Levi? Zachary's a 38-year-old American actor. He's best known for starring in the TV series Chuck and in film, appeared in Thor Dark World, Tangled and 2019's Shazam. But what height does Zach claim? On Twitter, he's been pretty consistent, claiming to stand about 6'4". He also mentioned that height back in People magazine, but in Cinema Blend he did hint he might not be quite a full 6'4", saying 6'3", 6'4", something like that. Some of the cast of Chuck were quite tall fellows. I mean, Ryan McPartland is over 6'4", and Adam Baldwin is a solid 6'4". In fact, Adam once said, "Zach's about 6'3", I'm 6'4", so when you're cast opposite people of the same height, it's helpful." Some of the big-name co-stars that appeared on Chuck were quite tall men. Zach was taller than Timothy Dalton, looked roughly the same height as Lou Ferrigno, but surprisingly he managed to look about an inch taller than Chevy Chase. Now Chevy's claimed to be 6'3.5" in his prime, but obviously by his 60s he's probably shrunk an inch. He also looks about 4 inches taller than Scott Bakula, who in person is a solid 5'11". Strangely though, Zachary could actually look shorter than Brandon Routh. Now show someone this photograph and I think most would agree Brandon looks taller, not Zach. On Twitter, his sister stepped into the fray when his height was being discussed, saying that he's actually been measured 6'4", and being a tall guy, he sometimes slouches. Here's a shot in which Zachary is definitely not slouching. I've met the other 3 guys. Rob Kaczynski is about 6 foot, Nathan Fillion comfortably clears 6'1", and Alan Tudyk is about 5'11". Zach's even wearing Converse there, so I think you could easily argue that Zachary looks over 6'3". I was delighted to meet Zach at a Star Fury convention in 2009. If you scroll back through my uploads, you might spot the very first video I put on YouTube with some footage from that convention. Instead of giving a talk on stage, Zach decided to take all 600 attendees over to the local Subway, where he even got behind the counter to help serve. In photo ops, Zach can indeed slouch. In this shot, he wasn't standing that great, but I managed to get another photograph with Jenny, and I think in this one, he stood much better. I leaned a bit to my left there, but I do think Zach looks around 6'3". Jenny managed to get another shot with Zach, this time a double shot with Adam Baldwin. Now at that event, I do think Adam seemed about an inch taller than Zach. So just what do the public think of Zachary Levi's height? On celebheights.com, from 90 votes, they think he's almost 6'3". I do think Zach is somewhere in the 6'3" range, but I'm not quite sure he'd really be 6'4" barefoot.